It's your boy Mike. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. We are back with another weekly Feedback Monday, and as per always, if you don't know how to submit feedback, all you have to do is go over to the game feedback section inside of the official Gekishin Squadra server. It's towards the bottom right above the voice channels. You're going to go ahead and copy that command that says submit game feedback. You're going to go into any channel. I like to go into off topic because no one really talks in here that much. And then you can go ahead and just put that message in there, click on the submit game feedback thing, and then after you do that, you will be able to put in your feedback right here. I am also here with a new guest this week. We are here with Shenron. Thank you so much for joining and being able to give your opinions on some of these feedback. Is it's very hard to find a new guest each week, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me, man. Like, do the next justice.
Of course, man. You're the GOAT. I'm happy and glad that you're able to join.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and hop right into it. Heart has submitted this feedback. Let us change and save changes to the specific character's auto divine cards loadout would be faster and easier than 9 presets. This is true. Like I don't know why they didn't have it where it was already like this, but like it is very stupid that like when you switch characters, you have to set the auto divine cards every single time that you switch, you know. So if you're just trying something out or you're doing like a different character each time, trying to figure out like what your play style really is, like you just can get some of the worst cards known to man, because there's not a single like auto divine card that is actually good for your character. Like not a good one at all. Like the closest would probably be technical with the because it gives you the one that makes it where if your back is turned you can run faster. Do you remember what that was called? Yeah, strategic escape. I feel like that's the only good one. Lightning swift and too easy both suck, but strategic escape is at least okay compared to anything else, you know. So It really should just have it where you could just set it for every single character.
Yeah, I mean, even just the fact that they have like their own example of what they think you should run, you should be able to put whatever you want. If they have a character specific slot, and just choose whatever you want there, I feel like.
Yeah. Season 3 has to be the season where DPS and attacker characters need major nerfs. It is seemingly impossible to play other roles in solo queue due to how overtuned they are. Time and again, I've been trying to get tech and tank to A rank, and I have not been able to do that at all, except for one last season with tank. I don't want to be stuck playing attacker characters 24/7 to have the best odds of ranking up. I want tanks to become stronger than they are, and that they should also have more mobility in the early game. It's frustrating that I can't rely on my attacker teammates to do anything, even though I'm doing my best job to defend when with a barrier of some sort. They just go and let me behind to farm. Fix this problem. I like semi agree, because a lot of these like number 1 DPS characters like Super Saiyan Goku, probably Gammas, like those characters in my head are the characters that are like just too good right now. They are probably the best in role for DPS, and it's like kind of crazy to have it where like they just do their job the best. Like Gammas are able to tank almost every single thing with their constant shield, and then basically do what a tank is supposed to do but better, because you're going to be able to get damage out of it. And then Goku is doing so much damage that even if you are playing a tank, you're just getting and taking so much damage that it doesn't even matter how high your health bar is, because it's gone. You know. So I still think that like there are technicals and tanks that should be nerfed as well. And honestly, what I would like, I guess, to be or to have done maybe in the future is just increasing the amount of health that like every single character has, to sort of make it where like these burst damage characters also just aren't as rampant as they are now. Because it's kind of like if you're not like a burst damaging type of character, you have to do something else like insanely good in order to be well. Again, like how Gammas have like their just constant shield. But I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think partly. I mean, if you're solo queuing, you can't always depend on your teammates, right?
Mm.
And like if you're gonna play tank or tech, you have to really hope that your DPSs are doing well.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody really likes having to crew, or like if they don't have a Super Saiyan, they just expect to because you get out secured by whatever the other team is running.
Mhm.
And I mean, I think they just need to either change how bosses work at that point, right? So you don't have to rely on having the same exact team comp most of the time, or maybe just like what you're saying, like rework the characters, like their health bars or something like that, make them more viable.
Yeah. Because I've been saying it for a little bit. I would really like if they, or even just like an overall damage nerf to just every single like character, like everyone just gets like a 20% decrease into how much damage they are doing, just so that way these like people like Deborah won't seem as bad to play, and people like tanks and these people with like a higher health pool can actually be able to utilize it, you know, even when we're in this meta right now where defense cards are like the best, or not even the best, but they are like a lot better than how they were before, and they are allowing us to live a lot of these situations a lot more than usual. It still feels like it's just not enough for like these tank type characters, you know. Like Vegeta is the only tank that I could think of that, like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is the only tank I could think of that like actually does the tanking job very reliably and is able to do like, he's able to absorb a lot of this damage than some of these other tanks, right? So I don't know.
Like Cell is a terrible example of like what a tank should be.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
he has
just
less
early
HP
game.
than some of these DPS.
I feel like he
Early
does,
game,
which
it's
I don't
it's so
understand.
bad.
Like, yeah, he's transforming, but like so are like two other tanks, so that doesn't make any sense at that point. Like most tanks are transforming at this point, so like why is he so like squishy?
Right. The thing I will say though is that, like, again, how you were saying it, if you have a lot of trouble with going solo queue, there are always going to be people who are in this server that are going to be trying to queue up. I bring this up a lot, and I know people like solo queuing by themselves just sometimes, and as much as I don't want the answer to just be like, oh, well, find people to play with you, it kind of is the only thing I can say, you know, until we have it where we can like have voice chat or text chat inside of the game, or be able to do like custom pings that we're able to like type, then we kind of have to work with what we got, you know. So if you have a lot of trouble solo queuing, then maybe try finding some people to queue up with is my best advice, I would say.
Yeah, even on streams or whatever, just see if people are doing maybe somebody too.
Right. I completed the battle pass and there are still missions left. We should have an overflow. Yes, I've talked about this so much. It should just give Zeni. Like, I don't understand why they don't have a system in place where after you're done with the battle pass, you can just get Zeni afterwards.
I think so. Either that, or they should make the battle pass longer. I feel most people finish it within the first month, and then what else do you do with it at that point?
Right. Like if they increased it to like 60, I feel like that would also be like fine too. And then had it where like from tier 50 to 60 was just all Zeni, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be like, I would be fine with something like that.
they should give us something like you're saying, like overflow system. Oh no, capsules, maybe even just something. We did nothing literally.
Yeah. Like that's the whole reason too why during the last weeks of the season it's always so dead, because we have no battle pass missions to farm, because they just do nothing. Like, you just are farming missions for no reason. So to have that instead would, I feel like, give a little bit more incentive to keep playing as well. This is a long one.
It is a long one.
Increase rewards for casual modes. This is I'm already giving this one a thumbs up.
Do you want to read all that?
Well,
it's like 5 different ones in one feedback.
To be fair, okay, the thing is and I've said this a couple of times, I prefer, like, on videos, of course, I would prefer if we get like smaller feedback like this, But the thing is that if we're talking about like actual feedback, I want to see like inside of these like this channel,
yeah.
I want people to be as thorough and as descriptive as possible, so that way the devs can look at it and be like, okay, this is what exactly this person wants, you know, rather than
That
just
makes
being
sense,
like, make the battle pass better.
Yeah, like what about the battle pass, right?
Exactly. The casual modes are well designed with a great effort from the developers and are truly entertaining, but the player base is extremely small. Waiting times for matches often exceed 10 minutes. Additionally, the hero shards rewards are even fewer than those in quick matches, which further discourages regular players from participating. We suggest adding exclusive rewards or corresponding missions for casual modes to boost their popularity. I always think that this is the dumbest thing ever, that they made it where the hero shards that you get from doing this is smaller than if you did a full match. Like, I get it, they want to make it where you aren't just quick spamming these faster matches in order to get hero shards, but all you're doing is de-incentivizing the player to play these new modes that you worked and like did so much effort into doing, because at that point people are just going to wait until they're able to do all of their matches first and get all of those the character shards first, and then afterwards, if they still want to play, then they'll probably play casual modes. And even then, it's just not it. Like, it's such a dumb system, in my opinion. It's so dumb. Like,
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was different amounts for that.
Yeah,
It's kind of strange they would do that.
Like, it's like genuinely like 1/5 or like 1/10 of what you would get in a regular match. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, why even put work into them at that point? If people want to just grind hero memories, right? They're not going to play these casual. They wasted time making them, and like they're saying, but the wait times increase because nobody wants to play them, right?
Right. That's like adding daily rewards to it would be nice. Like maybe like 500 Zeni for playing 3 matches or something. I think that would be pretty cool. Optimize custom room settings. Remove the 8-player requirement for starting a custom room and introduce bot options. It is unreasonable to force players to gather 8 people just to test character damage or other mechanics. Adding bots would significantly enhance the convenience of such tests. Yes, like not only does it need to just have bot options, but like how they said to just remove the 8-player requirement as well. Custom rooms are supposed to be custom, you know, like you should be able to do like a game of all technicals or all tanks or anything like that. It should be up to you of what you want. And then if you want to click like the what is it called, like the normal rule set, that you can just be able to do that. But I think limiting custom rooms as much as they have right now is a very sad thing to see, because like you're not always going to have 8 people who are online all at the same time able to do customs, and sometimes just doing like, I don't know, like 3-player matches would be kind of fun for each team, or even just 1v1s. Settle it in Gekishin.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, I don't. This is a funny example to make, like, but even like games like Dragon Ball: The Breakers, right? They have these custom lobbies, 8-person lobby to do a game. You can just have like 7 people or like 5 people just go into like basically a sandbox, right, and just test out different tats or anything. You don't need a full lobby to make the game. Like, I feel like they should, like they're saying, I mean, if they have bots in the game to begin with, why can't you just like for your own custom matches?
Right. Who knows though, because we haven't gotten a developer letter. Imagine that's in the developer letter. They're like, custom rooms are going to be better now. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think they should at least add more spectator slots to them at that.
Oh, that's
just,
true.
like,
The fact that it's only linked to 2 people as well, that is also a silly thing too. Lower the battle point requirement for Zeni. While we understand that excluding matches from battle point calculation is to prevent bot-based score farming, the leaderboard already features scores exceeding 600,000, levels unobtainable through normal gameplay, meaning the farming issue remains unresolved. As an S-tier player, climbing to 100k battle points in solo queue, which characters like Dabor is excessively stressful. We request reducing the requirement from 100,000 to 80,000. It doesn't even need to be this. Like, genuinely, all it needs to be is instead of having it where it's like a cap that you have to hit like 100k plus for that, it should just be like you have to get 100k battle score within all of your games, and then once that condition is complete, it's done. You know, it doesn't need to be within one match, because you'll have it where those games that you get 100k battle score from are games that go on forever, that are you're like breaking the dragon shell, that you got every single god of destruction, that your game is plus 10 minutes, and it's just not going to happen. Like overall, when people, even like us, when we have it where we get triple boss and all of us die and we get team wiped and all that stuff, and we know we're going to lose, we're just going to surrender because we know the game is already over and we want to just be able to queue up into the next game, right? So I just don't, I think that they can keep the 100k battle score or lower it if they want to, but they just need to make it where it's just something you can get over time. It is not something that needs to be done in one singular game, you know?
Yeah, like even just like 500k battle score with this one character, like over the course of how many matches you, like I think that make people want to play more characters. Even maybe like it's easy to get a bunch of battle score over time versus like hoping you get one in a certain game.
Right. Like it's just very silly for sure, in my opinion. Improved tournament application feedback. During season 2, I submitted tournament applications twice but received no response or update. Whether approved or rejected, organizers deserve clear notification of the result and the reasons for rejection. This feedback helps optimize future applications and is crucial for encouraging player organized events. I was just curious if I recognize the name, but yeah, because I wasn't Aizen's tournament like approved at the start and then he got rejected later, so he had to make it where like there was a money match for it.
I know like he got rejected, but I didn't know if he got approved at some point.
I swear he did, because I thought he tweeted first at the start. He was like, we got tournament rewards, and then afterwards he was like, never mind, we got rejected.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea about that part. I just know I ended up doing it like off, like it wasn't official, right? I just heard that part.
This is true though. Like I think that they definitely should be as like thorough and giving information as much as possible. That is the one thing that Gekishin Squadra is like it has a big issue with, is just trying to give you as much information. You know, it's the reason why we don't see in-game numbers. It's the reason why we don't really see it until like those characters get buffs or nerfs, right? So it's just, we just need more information from them, I would say, and for them to be able to give that, you know.
I think so, yeah. And I like the fact that they lowered the amount of teams you need for a tournament now. Like you only need 8 teams to get I think it's the Vegito skin, the silver one.
Yeah.
But I would hope that means they like approve more people and they see that maybe it's not as popular as they intended. So like hopefully they just let people apply for it and approve them.
Right. Add past pool emotes to character customization preview. This is very stupid. I don't know why this is even a thing. If you don't own the emote and the character emote is no longer pullable because it's out of the summon pool, you just can't view it anymore.
That's pretty random. I think I noticed that too because I don't have the Daima one. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was confused where.
Adjust pricing for daily character specific capsules. The current pricing lacks cost effectiveness. 600 gems. Can purchase a character plus 3 character specific capsules, yet a single capsule costs 350, equivalent to the cost of 6 times pulls, which is just lowering the single capsule price or increasing the number of capsules provided. Like the thing is that it's not even a bad thing that they have right now in terms of that price and all that. It's genuinely just the fact that there's no value to it. Like Minato was suggesting, if they made it where you weren't able to get any duplicate from those character specific capsules, so like at the start the capsules kind of seem bad, but if you get 3 from buying the bundle with the character, and then on top of that maybe you start doing some of those daily capsules, and then you're able to get like the epic animation guaranteed, like sure, you'll be spending like a whole bunch of gems, like maybe upwards of like 1,000, 2,000 gems on just those character specific capsules, but at the end of the day, at least it was guaranteed, you know. So if they even just didn't want to make it where like the cost of it was not as much, they could just make it where it's just more value. Having it where it's like you can continuously do those daily capsules and be able to get something new every single time, you know?
I think so, or maybe just add some pity system, like a better form of
Or
pity
that.
at that point. Like,
Either
you
one,
can only spend the
honestly.
EX tokens on those costumes. You can't spend them on cosmetics you want. Like, I find that kind of silly,
Yeah,
especially if it takes a long time to grind there as a free to play.
for sure. It is very dumb, I would say. Are we really gonna have to reset back to C rank? Like getting out of B rank with these trash players is hard. Why do you reset 2 whole ranks for S players? Yeah, that makes sense, but why for A? Like, if the thing is that I feel like if it shouldn't be as bad to go back to C rank, like maybe B or A rank. I think B rank is fine, but yeah, to go from that high of a rank all the way down is very silly, I would say. Or to just have it where like your beginning 10 matches all have like the RP boosted, you know? Like when you first start the season. So like whatever, because they always do that like with placement matches at like for other MOBA games and other like team-based games. They have it where like your placement matches will have a higher RP, so that way you can try and actually get ranked up with people who are around your level. So I don't know. What do you think though?
I think that could be better, or just like S and A's go back to like B4, and then like if you're C ranked or B ranked, you just go to C either way. Maybe like I'm not really sure how they can make it better. I mean, like maybe like what you're saying, like increase the points you get at the start of the season, maybe help.
Yeah.
Or maybe just make it S go back to A, and then be like just like a single letter down, maybe not
Right.
like 2, like they're saying.
I might give that a thumbs up though. No incentive to keep playing after the battle pass is finished. No easy way to earn Zenis. It's funny because both of those can be fixed with the same exact mechanic, just getting battle pass overflow. There kind of is an easy way to get Zeni though, and it's just the shop, because you get 1,000 guaranteed. I've gotten like 2k from it as well, and I know other people have gotten 10k, but it's not a grindable way. Either way though, they should have it where like, again, we're just getting battle pass overflow. I'm not, the only reason why I'm not gonna thumbs this up though is because again, when we're talking about like giving feedback and having it where there's stuff that you want to see in the game, you could have easily made this like one message and had it where it like tied into each other. Like I feel like there should be more Zeni inside of the battle pass, and make it where the free slots that don't have anything in it can get Zeni. That's fine, but to just be like, oh, the battle pass is done and there's no easy way to get Zeni, you got to talk about the solutions you want to see, you know? Or also just make it where it's only in shop.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
When can we get more Zeni drops to feed the unreasonably expensive upgrade requirements? I currently have 14 heroes ready to upgrade, some of whom I can level multiple times. Again, I want to upvote it because it's true, but we have to start talking about solutions. Oh, here's a good one. Hey, so loving the game so far and stuff, and the season 3 editions look great. I'm glad another sub game is being added. The game is great and fun. Great looking new map too. I'm a little sad that we don't have a new permanent mode to sit alongside standard and quick battle, since sub rules keep swapping out, but it's a great addition nonetheless. As for characters, I'm just a bit surprised that we're getting big characters like Vegeta and Keflo. Vegeta and Kefla. Vegito and Kefla. I messed up. I mixed up the endings for both of those characters. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a new fusion coming out, man.
Okay, big characters like Vegito and Kefla so quickly compared to other less hype characters. There doesn't seem to be any sort of theme or order to releases except what would be the most hype. And while that is fine, did we really need 3 new Saiyan characters out in a single season? Why not spread things out a bit? Are these developer favorites, or are these genuine picks from fans and players? because I don't think anyone expected Vegeta to show up this early, let alone Kefla. What about other less popular characters? It just feels odd. If you guys could communicate a bit more about your character decisions for each season, I'm sure we'd all appreciate the transparency. Happy New Year, though. Still loving the game and appreciate all your hard work. I'm gonna thumbs it up this up because I like this is the suggestion part. If they could just communicate more about what like made them choose those decisions for these characters, like if they wanted to say Saiyans is gonna be like season 3, or Patara and then like Bardock is just there. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever they want to come up with, you know. But I've seen this like opinion thrown around a lot, and I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on it. Right, people will say that they're like throwing out a lot of the more hype characters and not like less hype characters. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's just I wish there was more of a theme to it. Like it's so random how they're saying. Like I think it'd be cool if maybe people could like, I don't know, if they're just more like they need more information about like if they had a theme going, or if it's like what you're saying, just random characters they choose. I think it'd be cool to have like community polls for like what characters people actually want, and like maybe like 3 seasons down the line they actually pick from the most popular outcomes. But I mean, I get the game's so early on, but I feel like the fact that they're already doing big names like Vegito so early, I think he'd be more character. Like, I wonder if it's more like if they see the game, maybe it's not doing as well. They bring someone like hype to try and increase the numbers, maybe. Like a lot of these characters are cool, but like it doesn't seem like there's any theme to them. It's just like random. Like, what do you think? What would you prefer with how they release the characters or who they choose?
Well, the thing is that like if the argument, or not the argument, the like point that people always make a lot of the time is saying that a lot of these hype characters are being chosen and it's not looking good for the game and this, and because like we're just getting so many hype stuff back to back. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't think that a theme should be done. I think it should. Like if we wanted to say that, like imagine for example, right? Imagine they moved Ultimate Gohan into season 1 and then they called that Majin Buu Saga. It's Gotenks, it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and it's Ultimate Gohan, and it was like just that back to back. I don't think anyone would be complaining if they did the second season and then it's like Vegito and then it's Kefla and then it's like some Fusion Zamasu, like corrupted Fusion Zamasu. Again, they could say that's Patara and then like just move on with it like that, right? Or
yeah, like
just anything, right? The only thing I will say is that we can't really say that, or in my opinion, I don't really understand too much when people say that they're just doing all hype characters and that they're gonna run out of options later on. Not that this person was saying that, they're just saying that they would like to see less hype characters, right? But for others who say that like they're just bursting out all of these hype characters and they're gonna run out later on, we have 3 versions of Vegito. We have the Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan Blue, and I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of Gogeta when I said that. But Gogeta has three versions with Super Saiyan Blue and then Super Saiyan 4. Vegito still has Blue that could be released later on. We have, on top of that, there's still 13,000 different versions of Goku that they could drop. And they have barely scraped the surface on that, right? We still have 1,000 more Vegetas that they can come out with. We still have like all of these other options that I don't think we will need to worry about them running out of hype options until genuinely like 3 years down the line, because they could do hype stuff all the time with Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan Gogeta. Then they have it where it's I don't know, like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Then they could have it where it's Super Saiyan Adult Gohan, right? They could have it where it's Great Saiyan Man. They could have it where it's Beast Gohan. They could have it where it's Orange Piccolo and Demon King Piccolo, and then Ma Junior. Like there's so much stuff that they can do. They have barely scraped the surface. But again, at the same time, I also would like lesser hype characters that should get recognition. We look at the base roster for Gekishin Squadra, and here I could actually pull it up real quick. Give me like 1 second. But yeah, we look at the roster for Gekishin Squadra, and they did do that for the beginning, right? Like, I don't think anyone was really going to expect a first form Frieza. I don't think anyone was going to expect a Deborah to drop. I don't think anyone was going to expect baby young body to drop. Like, they did really good with choosing a lot of these characters that are lesser hype at the start, and then they kind of fumbled in choosing some of these lesser hype characters. The only one I could really think of is God of Destruction Topo. Of like, oh yeah, that guy's not as hype as some of these other guys, you know? And like it's just really silly, because only for these new season characters have they just made it where it's non-hype stuff. Let me switch this back. Is it this one? It is this one. Okay. So yeah, like again, I can agree. It does need they need to be more transparent about why they do these character decisions, and if it actually if they could make it themes going forward, I'd be more than happy with that. But at the same time, they're not going to run out of hype stuff anytime soon, so we'll see. Trunks overdrive buff. I'm once again asking where Trunks passive to be buffed, where he can store additional overdrive for a maximum of 2 overdrive uses, in addition to a HP adjustment for an early game, and to lower cooldowns for his skills. This sounded crazy when I pitched it, but Super Vegito honestly blew it out of the water, since he's going to repeatedly drop ults on the enemy that refreshes all of his cooldowns for his skills. Yeah, I think Trunks needs buffs. Like, he is a very silly character. He's so fun to play as, but he is just so, like, you have to have things go your way. He's like the Cell of DPS, bro. That's what he is.
Basically.
You need things to go so right for him to look good, and things can look good, but it's gotta go right first, and that sucks. And I love having an intro where he has so much sauce, but I pulled it 13 times and he sucks, man. Please stop buffing hit via actual buffs. Wait, no. Please stop buffing hit via actual buffs and new divine draws. People did stop using him because he's bad. People did stop using him because he's bad, but because Ultimate Go on is... I think they meant to put... People did not stop using him. Yeah. Yeah, I think they may put didn't stop using him because... Like, I it's just a small minor spelling mistake that
just made it a little bit confusing,
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I get what they're trying to say though. Ultimate Gohan dropped and then people stopped using hit, which I guess made them think that he should be buffed, but the buff that he got was I feel like deserved, but they should have also nerfed the other like abilities that he had. Because it was his skill to reach was the only thing that got buffed, right? Was how
it was the
far.
width, I think.
Yeah, like I think that's fine, but the other stuff that like is paired with him, like maybe how much his stun timer goes for, should have been nerfed. I think he's a fucking rat, is what he is. So I hope they actually just remove his legs on the next one, make it where he's he can't walk at all.
They might have to, honestly.
It's like Ultimate Gohan. I'm sacrificing both of them, dude. each one can go. Make it where viewing a skin doesn't lock it in. Require a double click, confirm because of the moment we want to view it, and get rid of the notification. But then if we swap back, even if clicking on skin multiple times in emote and clicking on the slot on the left where it shows equipped, if we go back or go to the previous and new equip, once you leave customization, it still shows that you need to view it. And you're in queue, bam, you're stuck with it. Also, one day I don't know how, got lucky and couldn't see red notification for heroes I could start up if I have enough Zeni and gems. I wish that was clear, like, let me clear notifications because I know I don't have enough Zeni, but I do have memories. times there's nothing I can do, but it persists and tells me, hey, look over here. I agree with like some of like half of this, right? But this part, I don't know if I necessarily agree with, because like I have you had any issues with selecting your emotes and confirming them?
Not really. I mean, yeah, if you're, I feel like if you're gonna then look at your emails, you're just trying to expect it to change. Like that's the whole point, right? You click on it and it's like,
Yeah,
it's locked in, I guess. Or I mean, maybe just make it so you can just customize when you ready up into the game, like you're in the game and you're choosing your character, like you just customize them still.
that's what I
Within
was gonna
like
say.
30
Yeah,
seconds, right? Like
'Cause
you
you
give,
have
you
a
got a
whole
lot of
bunch of
time before the
time.
match starts.
exactly. They could easily just have it where it's like a pre-game thing, where like on the left side of the screen, you could click like your skin and then click like your animations if you want to, you know, like maybe like a thing on the bottom left that you just click on it, and then it has like a new bubble show up, so that way you can choose all the stuff that you want, you know.
I think that'd be a better idea, yeah.
Nothing said about balancing, quite concerning considering the current state of the game. They wouldn't say anything though. Like they don't. It would have happened in a dev letter, which still could happen before the new season drops, but they won't talk about balancing on like the Squadra talk. They never do. It's not. They're not gonna be like, all right, guys, you see this Goku plushie? We took out his Kaioken. Like it's removed. You're welcome. You know, like they're not gonna do something like that. They'll talk about the new characters and all that because they want us to get hyped for that. As for the actual dev notes and all that, you have to either wait for the developer letter, which has given us nerfs in the past, or you have to wait until the actual season drops, and then we could see all of the stuff that could be coming. Again, though, like I feel like they could be a little bit more transparent about like some of the stuff they're thinking of cooking.
Maybe like a roadmap, like during this month or part of the month, there's going to be balance changes or something like that. Not just like, oh, we update the game and here's some balance changes randomly.
Yeah, like a roadmap, and then they tell us like this is exactly when the developer letter is going to drop. Like we're going to have a developer letter drop like 3 days before the season ends every single time, and give you like updates on future buffs or nerfs that we're going to be dropping. We're going to be updating you on like the star collection system. We're going to be updating you on this or that, like whatever is needed at the time, you know. That would be fun. That'd be a cool thing if they did that. Was originally trying to find some rhyme or reason for the Zeni costs to hero memories, but thinking it uses the previous Zeni required for the next hero memories was only right until star rank 5 to 6, because instead of needing 5k and say 7k coins, it goes from 7.5k memories and 7k coins, going up nearly 50% higher if it was how it would normally progressing by pattern it when it's drastically jumping, but not like at 900 to 1350, going from 2000 and then 3500 coins and then 3500 memories to 5000. This is a lot. It's a lot of numbers, and I'm gonna fumble eventually with it. 1500 increments of value, but at least follows a pattern of 3500 to 7500. That's way more than adding 1500, making it the previous Zeni amount, all of which is too high of a jump, but at least 1500 seemed to be the max from 1k to 2k to 3.5k, but instead it doubles and then some. 3.5k to 7.5k memories, and the Zeni still jumps from 2k, 3.5k to 5k to jumping to a whole another 2k instead of just being 6.5 or something. Honestly, it should only really increase by, dude, I'm not gonna lie, this could, like, no offense to them, they could use some periods here and there, dude.
Yeah, I think, well, I get what they're trying to say. I feel like, right, like just decrease the amount of Zeni you need a character.
Yeah,
and just like point out like how it goes from like 5k to like, I don't know what it is, like 50k at some point. I forget what it's at, but
yeah, if it was
good, I mean, they're trying to give an example of what you want, but like even then I think it could.
Yeah, like if it was structured just a little bit better, I would, again, probably would have given it a thumbs up. But I under like how you said, I understand what they're trying to say of just having it where it's like a flat rate each time. Like 2K, 3.5K, 5K, like it's just 1.5K memory. It goes up per level. That would be more than fine. I'd be happy with that, but I just again wish that it was a little bit more, a little bit better of an explanation. Could we get an Xbox version of the game, please? And thank you. More accurately, could we get confirmation on whether an Xbox port is a thought or in the timeline? I actually didn't know about that. Dude,
I forgot entirely about that, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it probably would bring more players in, right? I don't know why it wasn't just to begin. Or maybe also, like, this is kind of unrelated, but they should make a Switch 2 version of the game too. It's upscaled more for handheld mode. I'm not sure how many people were playing on Switch 2, but just that there's only a Switch 1 version, no Switch 2 version.
Right. Like, it is kind of weird that well, I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to put the resources into an Xbox version. What they probably should do is just have it where there's like a poll, I guess, and like you could like answer yes or no on if you would play on the Xbox version, just so that way they could get like an estimate of how many people are playing or would play on the Xbox version. So that way they could either see if it's worth putting the time and resources in getting that Xbox version out. Same thing with the Switch 2 version, though.
Well, the thing is, I feel like even if they just made an Xbox version, they just maybe money off of not doing it. I mean, if they did it versus not doing it, right? So,
That's
like,
true.
I feel like every other Dragon Ball game is normally on Xbox. I'm not sure why this one would be on Xbox.
All I'm going to say is for Christmas of last year, their top 3 consoles were the PlayStation 5, the Switch 2, and not the Xbox.
That is true. I think I heard there was some like off. I don't know. It's like a weird motion sensor game or something.
Yes, it was.
Even, like,
it was
console, right?
Every single time I go to Walmart, it's always there. I kid you not. It's always there, dude.
Like.
It's like it's like an actual like box that is just a camera, and like you can do like Fruit Ninja on it. You can do like rock climbing from what I saw on it, and dances and all that. So it's literally just like the Kinect, but that's the whole console from what I saw, and that outsold Xbox, bro. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Man.
Yeah, you want to know why that is? That's probably because that console has Gekishin Squadra on it.
Imagine.
Oh God. We'll do this one, and we could probably do like 2 or 3 more. You gotta buckle in. You gotta strap in, bro. You gotta strap in. You get ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Hello, Debs. First of all, dude, I already fucked up and we're on the first 2 sentences, dude. I'm so sorry. All right. Hello, Devs. First of all, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As of recent, glad to see that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan got adjustment and nerfs and other changes. Here are some of my suggestions that I hope could make it to the to help the game. Star Collection system. As I said before, the Star Collection is not a bad system. It just needs a rework, such as adjusting the placement of characters' unlock and rewards. There is a lot of levels where it is only G capsules, when now in Season 2, G capsules are redundant. It doesn't offer much, so instead of having multiple levels of 2 capsules, just combine them and have a maximum have a level of 5 capsules. That will reduce the max level of the Star Collection and reduce the distance between characters unlock. Add a different rewards such as emotes, special effects, etc. Also, the dual finishers for all the class should be a reward in the Star Collection. It's an animation that isn't tied to a specific character, but to a whole class. What I would be more happy with if they, let's say that Gekishin Squadra is like insanely like, what is it? Generous. If they want to be insanely generous, what I would feel like would be really cool is if they made it where you can get emotes, like they like condense all of the stuff, like how they said with the capsules and all that, the G capsules, and make it where, like, let's say every couple of capsules, or not capsules, every single couple of levels you can get like a rare emote, right? Like a rare emote of a character that is from a couple seasons ago. Like all of the characters that aren't in the summon pool right now for like legendaries, for example, right? And then eventually, like every 50 levels or something, you can get a free legendary from those characters that are no longer in the summon pool that they are just not making any money for anyways, right? They're not going to do that. It would be cool, but they're not going to do that because as far as I'm aware, I think they said that the emotes and all that stuff are just temporary or like temporarily being removed. So like they have plans on returning them later on. But I guess maybe even just the rare emotes would be cool. I don't know about the dual finishers. I think that that's something they're still going to try to sell off, you know. Like I think it would be more likely for them to add it to the battle pass than it would be the Star Collection system.
I'd rather have them in battle passes at that point. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Than what they have going on right now.
Character memories. Increase the amount of memories per character based on the star level. The higher the character's level, the more memory it earns. Add a button or feature where we could add a button or feature where we should which character we want to receive memories for on the second slot. That way players can increase the level of characters they don't use. That would be fun. I like that. I like that idea. Because then you don't have to play fucking Oob. Or
yeah.
Who else would be like a character I really don't like? Like 18. You can play all these characters. Yeah, dude. No, dude, that's the GOAT. Hop off GOAT.
That's true. Like, you gotta watch that video if you haven't already.
Well, I'll most likely upload this video first, so that one will come out after this one.
Oh, stay on the lookout for that video, man.
Yeah, yeah, W video, man. More Zeni. Reward players with Zenis for each match they play alongside character memories. A total of 250 Zeni for losing and 500 Zeni for... This is the most realistic one I've seen. There's been so many people who will say, like, I believe you should get 1,000 Zeni for team wipe, 1,000 Zeni for triple boss. For every single tower, you should get like 500 Zeni. And I'm like, dude, you are asking... They're going to do it incrementally. I promise you that's not going to happen if we go for too high. So 250 Zeni for losing and 500 for winning is a very good...
I don't...
Like realistic one.
I don't think she would get any for losing at that point.
No. Hold on. Hop off, because that is the same amount of Zeni you get for looking at the news. So.
Oh, that is true.
So it's as easy as that. In a sense. More events and rewards. Add daily and weekly. Dude, this is goated. That's odd, dude. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Already.
They got me. Land grab, hide and seek, and veggie battles when it's live. It would make players actually play these game modes and have more ways to grind more Zenis, gems, and SG capsules. Increase the amount of Zeni, gems, and capsules given in limited time events. True, dude. The amount of gems you get is 10. You get 10 a week, and that's
10 a week. 520 a year is crazy.
It's so bad, man. It's so bad. Normal and premium battle pass. Fill up the empty slots in the normal battle pass with more Zeni. Reduce the cost of the premium battle pass from 250 to 150 gems. This would make the premium battle pass more accessible to players. Increase the amount of gems in the normal battle pass from 50 to 150. This would give players this would give players the choice to either get the battle pass or save it. Increase the amount of gems in the premium battle pass from 150 to 350. This would increase the value of the premium battle pass because it's reimbursing the gems players paid, and plus gives an extra 200. It would give players a chance of saving for the next season, buy a character, buy a skin, or summon for animations. As much as I would want it to be all of this, I think asking for not the Zeni one, but asking for all of this all at once for gems is probably just not going to happen. Realistically, I think one of them would be more than fine. Like if they just reduced the price to 150, that would be fine. If they made it where the normal battle pass was giving 150 gems, so you could grind out the normal battle pass and then just pay the couple of gems and maybe have the battle pass pay for itself, that would be fine. But I think all of this is maybe just a little bit too much. I don't think they would do all of that, unfortunately. But
yeah, that can be pretty unrealistic.
Because like I can't name a game that would do that. Even the most like what is it? Even the most generous of games battle passes, I don't think would do that.
No, especially for the free part of it. I mean, maybe for the not the especially because you want to actually be incentivized to buy the premium.
Yeah. I also think that the battle pass should just get like an overall rework. I don't like rage skins. They are the worst looking things compared to like infinites. They are so dumb. There's one good rage skin
animated
in every single season pass, and that is it. The other two are just giant throwaways. It is so stupid. Rework banners. Reduce the amount of banners to only 3. Blue, G capsule, and wait, no, sorry. Blue is the G capsule, gold is the SG capsule, and purple is the SSG capsule. The blue banner will be as it is now, just costume colors and stamps increase or have similar pull rates to the costume colors and stamps. The gold banner will have animations and emotes from previous seasons, examples of the current season. Gold banner will have the emotes and animations from season 0 to season 1, the current last season. Purple banner will have the animations and emotes from the current season and the previous season, or some selected characters. For example, purple banner will have season 2 and season 1 animations and emotes current ongoing season. Add a pity banner to the SG capsule, or gold banner as I call it. After 30 to 36 pulls, 5 to 6 multi pulls, we either get an epic or legendary of the animation we don't own. Add a capsule selection feature to the SG capsule, selecting 2 to 3 characters we want to have higher pull rates to make it easier to pull animations for characters we want. The mobile game Solo Leveling Arise have this feature implemented in their banner. Move old emotes animations to other banners when new seasons come out. When a previous season when a new season, releases emotes and animations from previous seasons, move to less premium banners. Example, when season 3 releases, emotes and animations from season 0 will move to G capsule banners or blue banners. At least move the rare and epic emotes. This is true. I like this one. To be continued. Buff nerf next. I don't think it was this person ever.
I thought we were on this one guy that whole time. I forgot.
I don't even know if they ever like they made a new suggestion for the nerfs and stuff, but
they're still cooking it up, I guess. I don't know.
That's true. They are still cooking it up. But I agree. Again, like, as much as I would love all of this, I think it's also just unrealistic to ask for everything like that all at once. But if I had to choose which one I would want the most, I'd probably say this one is easily the coolest one. Just having it where there's 3 banners, and then you can get the old animations from these banners for characters that are no longer in rotation. I think that'd be so awesome. It's anything is better than what we have now, because if you don't have that good legendary Goku intro, sorry dude, you don't gotta have Daima Goku, sorry man. Oh, you didn't pull Super Saiyan 3 Goku stuff? Womp womp.
I don't understand why they just you can't get them at all. Like, they're not on any banner, they're just gone.
What are they waiting for? Anniversary? We wait for anniversary to put them all on a specific banner. We get like the New Year's summon, where it's like how in Legends or Dokkan, where it's like guaranteed animations each time.
Who knows? We'll have to see.
Starting in season 3, lock casual players into all casual game modes until they complete 25 matches with wins in quick battle. This will improve enjoyment in ranked match gameplay and root high player inactivity and turnover rates in matches. Well, I mean, like, as of right now, we don't know what they're going to be doing with that new game mode where you could just face robots. So who knows? Maybe they're going to make that like the actual casual mode instead of what it is now, you know? Like, you have to face like 5 or 10 matches in the beginning against AI versus before you can even go up against like ranked. Because remember, they did say that they're coming out with the bots. Whoops.
Well, I wonder, like, does that mean they're gonna remove bots from normal matches? I doubt they will, but like, I find it kind of silly that they don't really acknowledge how there's bots in like the standard matches, right?
I would hope they do. I would hope they remove the bots.
Hopefully, but we'll have to see, I guess.
Y'all are dropping Vegito, Kefla, and Bardock in a single season. Not just that, but you're releasing the Vegito first. This level of desperation never seen before to get new players. All this will do is dry out the game faster. Thank God they're going to add Yamcha one season and have him be more meta than Vegito. We've got the leaker?
We might have him, man. Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like people don't realize how many hype characters there are. Like things like Legends and still going how many years later, and they hype you most of the time. I'd say. Like, I think people really underestimate the character.
Yeah. On top of that, like, even if we're looking past the thing of like, oh well, they're gonna eventually run out of, like, let's say that was an actual issue, like they're gonna run out of hype characters. You can still make the same character with different iterations on top of that too. Like, let's pretend first anniversary drops and it's a Gammas like Goku and Vegeta that have it, or like skill 2 is like Meteor Hammer, and then skill 1 is like Big Bang Attack, you know, and then you just swap between both of them. And then once you get to level 7, boom, you're able to do the Potara fusion. Boom, you're able to do the same thing, but with Gogeta. You know, there are so many ideas that they can make and release the same thing over and over again that we're like, they're just going to keep dropping hype stuff no matter what, in a sense. And they're not going to run out. They just will never. It's just how it is. But... Again, I like how we were talking about earlier, I still would want to see less hype characters. I want a Yamcha so bad.
I want a Master Roshi personally.
I'm maining Bardock day one, so. And I'm not gonna say that he's not hype, but I do think that he's not as hype as like Fusions. So.
I think if he was Super Saiyan 3, that'd be pretty cool. Like, what if they had collabs like Android 21 or something? There's just so many options.
Yeah.
Who
knows? Maybe they'll have collaborations down the line too. We'll get Shallot.
Maybe. I can see it with him beating Sparking Zero.
me when I get my ultimate with Shallot and I lock the character into a Rising Rush, like we go above the arena and I just start attacking with everyone else.
Imagine.
One of the biggest problems I have with this game is the status effect system. I don't mind them, obviously, but the fact that I have to access a tiny menu in the options screen and read the Bible to understand what's what is ridiculous, especially when some effects are central to the character. The fix, then, is simple. In other games, they have a system of being able to hold down on certain text to open a small box about it. So if you hold down on it, dude, I love this suggestion so much. This one gets a mega. Like, I wish I can mega react to this one, dude. Like the animated reacts, like this is so true.
Oh yeah,
because there's other games that have it where you don't even have to hold down. You can just hover over that text, and it'll give you an explanation of what that does. Like, let me ask you, for example, right? There's like I'm giving you a sudden quiz right now. The welcome to Mike's class, your boy Mike class.
Ooh,
right?
I'm ready.
What do you think vanish step efficiency means?
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually don't know what that means.
Okay.
Like,
now that we know that,
like, I don't know.
Now, yeah, I was about to say, now that we know that you don't know what it is, what would you guess it means?
Like, I don't know. Like, would it be the cooldown time on the vanish, or like how, like, often you can vanish? I'm not actually sure.
What it means is how fast. Like, it reduces the amount of cooldown reduction. It reduces the cooldown reduction on vanishing step. But you saw how you had 3 different ideas in your head of what that does. That's what Bubbles does. Bubbles is the one who has the vanishing step efficiency.
Yeah, I didn't even know I legit did not know that's what Bubbles did for that. I thought it was just a speed boost that not like vanishing or anything like that.
Exactly. So like when we don't. When this guy is talking about this and he's like, oh, the fact that you have to read the Bible in order to understand what some of these like stuff does is very stupid. Like Shu, for example, was a character who just had his description wrong too. And
Yeah, I don't know how they messed that up.
but yeah, like to just be able to hover over and be able to see that would be so much better. Rework Samasu. No. He doesn't need a rework.
Reworked Cell.
No. He just needs where he can't get stunned on his 3. We'll do this last one, then we can stop here because this is another big one. There is not a lot of incentive to play once you hit the max battle pass. Zeni is the biggest barrier to enhancing your star level, but there is not a consistent way to earn it in any meaningful amount. The weekly missions aren't balanced and seem bugged, especially the evade attacks. It isn't clear what counts. Daily missions should reward some currency, not just battle pass. And I'm fine if one is play to games. Play 2 games, dude. I don't know why I said that. Play 2 games. But there should be a queue. Get up to 3 daily quests or an additional quest per day. The other modes don't. The other game modes don't fire, and people have no incentive to try them. No onboarding for them. They should have this though. They also should have like a. That is true. I didn't even think about that. When you play those extra game modes, they don't give you like an explanation on how any of that works. You know, like if they had like a tutorial section for all of this, it would be so much better and would probably get more people to play it. On top of being able to have like the daily quest where you have to do like play 2 games and that, you know.
I think they should. I think even like what we've seen with like, I think they do cosmetics easily. Like if they're just gonna like do a Christmas event with just a hat on each character. For example, what if it's like veggie battle? You have like a carrot on, like that. I don't know. It's something simple to just keep people. Oh, I want that cosmetic for my character, right? Just something.
Hell, they can even do like specific like rewards that you can get for events that can tie into those modes. Like, okay, for veggie battle, for example, right? Can you imagine if you playing the game like 30 times, and this could just be done at any time, right? For you playing the game mode for 30 times, you get Goku in his farmer outfit, like from the Super episode.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Again, yeah, that would be amazing. Or having it where it's like what's like another thing that they could do, because I'm not sure what they would do for
a stamp grab. Maybe just a stamp or something.
Or yeah, like even stamps. Or for the new Kai event that they're doing where you have to use like the Z sword. Imagine that you could get like a customization for Gohan that replaces his basic attacks with his Z sword attacks, you know, like he's just using the sword like a whole bunch of times, like a whole bunch of swings. It would be like something that would again incentivize people to play it, I feel like.
Yeah.
New player onboarding is weird. You are just kind of dropped into it and that's just how it goes. There's no real explanation for the cards, for example. Also, quick match should be a default for newer players and then go into ranked, especially with how there is no queue distinction between solo queue 3/4 stack, which can be frustrating. This is true. The tutorial that they have is not a good representation of how the actual game is, in my opinion.
I think it's really bad, honestly. Yeah, it does not show what the game is supposed to be at all. Like if they're gonna have bots in actual lobbies, it should make you go through an actual game. I feel like at that point with descriptions of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Like it's just very.
I mean, maybe they could rework the tutorial with the bot mode coming out.
That's true.
That'd be an easy way to do it. I
have
feel
it
like
where it's like, oh, you need to hop into blah blah blah. Let's see. Need to do something about people that don't join matches while in queue or at character select. Prevent them from queuing for a minute or 2 and up if they are a repeat offender. People will say this so much, but like, I don't know. I don't run into that too often. Like, I don't know about you, but it doesn't annoy me enough to care.
Yeah, I mean, not so much. Really. I mean, I think it's kind of fun. Ready up multiple times, right? You press ready, then you press confirm, or whatever. Like, I mean, I guess it made sense, but even if they don't ready up, you probably just wait like maybe at most another minute. I don't think it really matters. They need a penalty for it,
Right.
which I think we actually have one. I think we. It's just like it's not happening enough where people get timed out. I guess, which I think.
Right. Well, no, because I've dodged people in character selects because like, and I've brought this up. I was literally playing with a duo, right, and I ran into them 3 times, and the first 2 times were so bad. They played tank and they played technical and they threw bottom lane and lost every single time. And the third game, I was like, I'm gonna throw and I'm just gonna dodge. And then I waited, and then the fourth game comes up, and I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna have to dodge again. And then someone else dodged instead. And I was like, thank you. But like again, I think the reason that people will not join during like the character select is because of situations like that where you just go up with teammates that are the worst teammates you've ever had, and there's no block option, there's no option to be able to say that you don't want to team up with that guy anymore, and that you want to be able to like avoid them as a teammate in future matches and do all of that stuff. I feel like it's kind of like a domino effect. If you have it where you can avoid teammates that you know are bad, if you have it where you can block people so that way you don't have to go up with them again, if you have it where like these divine draws aren't just like actual ass, where it's infinite vanishing step, because that's going to be a problem in the next one. I guarantee there are going to be people who, the second they see that it's like that, the character select screen is going to be all F forward every single time. So those things need to be fixed first, and I guarantee this will not be a problem anymore, like at all. I
think that avoid a teammate should be a thing. Like I would say blocking would be an option, but I think the game's too blocking system this early on. Like it would just make matches that use longer, I think. And I think avoid teammate maybe for like 1 or 2 games would be fair, not like forever.
There's other games that have it where, like Marvel Rivals, for example, I think it only blocks them it was either a couple of days or it was like a week that you can only avoid the teammate for. So something like that would be fine.
Yeah, some kind of restriction. I don't think it should be a permanent like block or something like that, because I think that would add up over time and just make it
Yeah, you lost with me. Sorry, buddy. You're going straight to the block list. It's at over 10,000 players right now.
Because I've seen games like that where you legit cannot find games that has or something like that. Like 20 guys have you blocked or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you just can't find games.
Characters balance is an issue. It will always be with MOBAs, but there are some outliers that others have discussed. Broly, Ult Gohan, Cooler. Bride, I was gonna like it, and then they said Ultimate Gohan. I was like, okay. Broly, who doesn't need a nerf, because like there are so many characters who just outright counter Broly that it is insanely funny. Like anyone who has a blast based move is countering him. And then we said Cooler, bro. Not even Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
I would have taken Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta at that. And I think his nerfs were fine. I think they were good nerfs, but like Cooler, like I don't think I hear people in today's meta at all.
How often do you run into a Cooler that you're like, fuck, this guy needs a nerf?
I really don't think I've ever said that. Like I doubt I've ever said. I don't know.
Like Cooler can be annoying because he has his invincibility, but
yeah,
there's ways to go around it, and just waiting.
Just don't hit him.
It's such a small time, because I think each iframe is less than a second, so you have to time every single time that you're doing like those abilities, and those cooldowns aren't like instantaneous. It's not like you could spam it super duper fast, you know.
I think one of them is even like 10 seconds for it to come back. It'd be a while before you can even do that.
Yeah, like I think the shortest one was like 6 seconds with his. It was either 6 or 8 for his skill like 1. You should be able to clear old messages. It's something simple, but it's definitely a quality of life that should be in game.
Like in the news tab, they mean, or like, what do they mean?
I think they meant the news tab.
But like, why does that matter though? Exactly. Like, you're only opening it for new messages, right? You're not. I don't
I
know.
think you should just be able to have a thing that's just clears all the notifications you have. Because GoTinks is still like a
Maybe.
notification in my shop.
Oh, is it? I had a glitch like that before. I think where I think I bought the character, but it didn't let me. It still had the red dot. I think when I would hover
Yeah,
for some
like
reason.
it's still like
It
that
just
for
went away,
GoTinks. All right, we're gonna. This is banned by J Shock. Yeah, okay, we'll
What?
stop off at this. We'll stop at this one. Actually, let me check something real quick. Okay, I just double checked and we did read the message that I had in my previous video, so we're good. Could you guys tone down what the Saiyans among the new characters with season 3 characters included? Out of the 9 characters added since season 1, 8 of them are Saiyans. The Saiyan to non-Saiyan ratio is especially noticeable compared to the base roster, where only 7 of this 22 characters were Saiyans. It's also not a good idea to blow your load so early by putting some of these hype characters on the same season. Kefla and Vegito on the same season is too much. Doing something later, like say UI Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta on the same season would be too much. Okay. Let me ask you something, right? Because you're going to be a little bit more unbiased than I am. Do you think that Vegito, or sorry, not Vegito. Do you think that Kefla is hype?
Like in a sense, yeah, but I don't think it's anywhere near like a lot of the characters we've got into. Like I would argue Bardock's more. No, like yeah, they're hype, but I don't think they're like if they were to release like as the main season focus, right? I think people would be happy with it being like Kefla. I think they need Vegeta because he's actually
Like Kefla, in my opinion, is like potential woman, where they could potentially do so much stuff, and they were doing so good, and then UI Goku came out and kicked their ass. Like it was like a clean sweep from UI Goku, dude. He was just straight up like beating her down, you know. But like when it was like like Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Goku versus Kefla, that's when she looked pretty good. The fact that they were able to go to Super Saiyan 2 so fast, you know, was also like a really cool thing. But again, I don't know, like there's a lot
I
of
think
people
they're a cool
who
character,
liked,
but I don't think they're
yeah,
hype like that.
like they're like mid-tier in my opinion, like in hype levels.
Yeah,
Because okay,
I think so.
the easiest way to compare this, would you say Kefla and Vegito is as hype as UI Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta?
Well, I mean, I do like Gogeta more, but I feel like just the fact that it's a Go, that's
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I think what you're saying, like I think Blue Gogeta and UI Goku.
Like, don't get me
hype just
wrong,
because of, like,
Kefla
they're more
fans,
recent.
like this is W eats for them, and I'm a person who like I'm happy that she's coming to the game, but in the same time, I'm not summoning for any of her animations, like at
No,
all.
like,
There's
I
not
do
a
not care.
single one. Exactly. The only people who like truly will care about Kefla are like the people who like people will say that they're hype, but the only people that like Kefla will be hyped for are her fans. You know, like no one's gonna look at like I don't know. No one's gonna be like I don't know how to phrase it.
I don't know. Like, I
She's
feel
just
like a
not
lot
as
of people would
hype
say
as
Yamcha's
people
more
are
hype
saying.
than Kefla. I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of other characters are more hyped than people would say.
Tao being a supporter
Like-
is more hype than Kefla.
It might be more hype. Bubbles as a support is more hype.
No, hold on. Wait. We're going a little too lost in the sauce. We're going a little too far.
Yeah, I went too far, man. I went too far.
You know, hold on. Let me just cut
But
that clip
Hercule
out
would
of
be. I
context.
think Hercule. Yo, that's crazy.
And then just upload it and be like, Kefla fans, this your goat? Is this your goat, dude? Like, I don't know. Like, again, because it's a Patara character, of course it's gonna have some level of hype to it, but Kefla's not hitting top grossing in any of these other games. Is all I'm gonna say. Kefla is not as hype as some people think. Is what I'll say. But yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll end it off on that one because I'm oh hell no. I'm not reading that next one, dude. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much text, man. I don't like. Again, I want people to be as thorough as possible, but I also want to be able to read out some of these without having to stop every like 5 minutes to read like an entire essay. There should be essays, but I don't want to read them. not for every suggestion. Not for every suggestion. But thank you, Shenron, for coming over. Shenron is going to be a collaborator on the video as well, so make sure to go ahead and check out their channel, subscribe. They also have a Twitch channel as well that I will be linking inside of the description right under how to join the Gekishin Squadra server. But again, thank you for joining, Shenron. It is a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
And then we'll go ahead and stop there though. But thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.